Okay, I'm going to do a video here showing you how to replace the M&P Pro Core striker block with the Apex Ultimate striker block kit. This is a M&P Pro 40, but the process is the same for 40 or 9. First, check to make sure it's clear. Remove your slide, and on your core, this is going to be a little bit different than the regular 9 and 40 Pro. On those you have to drift the sight, and here I've got a 9. You can kind of see on here you have to drift your sight, and your striker block is right below here. You have to drift your sight. And if you can see on the core, get it up in there close, and you can see that your rear sight is actually behind position of the rear sight on the regular Pro, and actually your plate for your optic that comes off and you put your mounting in your optic, you can see it is right where the striker block would be on the regular Pro underneath the sight. So the process on this is really easy compared to the regular Pro. All you need to do is remove your plate, and we'll start. And this is plate cover is your 5/64 Allen wrench, and remove your 2 Allen screws here that are holding down your plate cover. I can get this out here. And I've already hit this plate off twice. The first time it's really hard. I got a little gap where I can get my fingernail under, but the first time this really is really hard to get this cover plate off. You might need something to get underneath the edge of that, sharp X-Acto knife or a small screwdriver or something you don't mar this with, just something you can get this popped up. And then you can see this silver plate here, and there's a little Allen wrench screw. Underneath this is your striker block and your spring. Let me find the right size here. And this is the smallest Allen wrench you got. This is the .05 Allen wrench. So you start backing this off, and as you do, you'll start to see, I don't know if you can see it from this angle, you'll start to see the back of your plate push up as you release off the spring tension. And what I do, I don't know what, so this doesn't go flying, to take your finger, try to hold this plate down until you get all the tension off of it as you back out your screw. And I got all the way out. I'll just very carefully let off. And then there you go. And there's your spring. And you can see this plate has a little nipple on it that your spring mounts to. And then you can just push from the other side, you can just take out your striker block. So, and I've already switched this out, but I'll show you the original Apex. You can see it's much more squared on this side. This is your original. There's your Apex, and you see how much more rounded the Apex is, and I think it's a lot better metal. It's I can see machining marks on it too, and I don't really notice those on the Apex. It seems to be a lot better polished. Fine. So the process is real easy. After that, just put your striker block in and your spring, and then this process is a little more difficult, getting your spring and plate back on. Make sure you get that spring on that nipple, which I did. It's not too hard. And then hold this down, and get your spring on. If you've got big fingers, this may be a little difficult process. Even with my small hands, you can see it's not the easiest process in the world here to get it back in, and might be easier here. Let me hold it down on the table. I'm trying to do it up close to the camera, and it's not as easy. Let me get it started. Make sure we're spring is on that nipple. Tighten it up. And we're done. So you can see, I'll show the 9 against here again. You can kind of see, if you can kind of see right in line where your rear sight normally is on a Pro, and where it is on a core, and where your striker block is on both. After that, you just replace your plate cover, and you're done. It's a really easy process, much easier than your regular 9 and 40 Pro, where you have to use the little tool they give you to as you drift the sight to put in here to hold the tension down on your spring, and for your striker block, so it doesn't go flying as you drift the sight out of the way. So, this is first of several videos I'm going to do of doing the Apex upgrade for M&P Core, and of course it's going to be the same process for your 9 and 40, and really the same process for a regular Pro 9 and 40, other than this one step here with the plate cover, which you don't have on the regular Pros.